The latest terrorist attack in Srinagar, where a policeman has died after he was shot at outside his home. His 7-year-old daughter has been injured in this attack. Nazir Masoodi joins us with the very latest. All right, we'll be joined by Nazir in just a moment, but this is the latest information that we're tracking. The police has confirmed that terrorists fired upon one policeman, Saifullah Qadri, at the Sora area in Srinagar. He's critically injured. And now we're learning that he has in fact died as a result of those gunshot wounds. His daughter, 7-year-old, was also injured in this attack, but she is recovering well. That's the latest that we're learning. A cop has been shot dead and his 7-year-old daughter injured in a terrorist attack in the Sora area in Srinagar. This, of course, is the latest in the slew of attacks that we've been reporting on. Another police personnel, Saifullah Qadri, has been killed right outside his home in Sora in Srinagar. He was first critically injured and has now died as a result of those injuries. His daughter, 7-year-old girl, was injured. And those, I'm told, are the latest pictures that we are getting to you from where this attack has taken place. This is the latest terrorist attack we're reporting from the Sora area in Srinagar. And those are the latest pictures that are in fact coming in. Terrorists have fired at a policeman. He has died in this attack, and his 7-year-old daughter has sustained injuries, but she's out of danger and is recovering. Nazir Masoodi joins us for the very latest. Nazir, a shocking story that you're reporting on. A policeman attacked and killed outside his home in Sora and Srinagar, and his 7-year-old daughter also injured.
Yes, exactly. Saifullah Qadri was outside his home when he was targeted. It's clearly a target attack. And he has been killed. He was shifted to hospital where doctors declared him dead on arrival. His daughter, just 7-year-old, she may have tried to save her father, and she has also received a bullet in her hand. Police say she's out of danger. She has been shifted to hospital for treatment. But this also shows the brazen attack, target attack on the policemen and their families, and it's not the first time. Last month, there was an attack on a police family in Badgaon where a policeman, SPO, and his brother were killed. Last year, we see there was an attack on a police family where a policeman, his wife, and his son were killed in Tral. There have been multiple attacks. Policemen have become the target, and their families as well. And today, this policeman, Saifullah Qadri, who is posted in Srinagar, he was defenseless. He was without any arms. He was like any other civilian who had gone home. In Srinagar, Sora area, he was targeted outside his home, received multiple bullets, and his daughter was also, 7-year-old daughter was also injured. This is the second attack in the same area, Sora Zonimar area. Earlier this month, Ghulam Hassan, a police constable, was targeted when he was traveling on a motorcycle in Zonimar area, and he was killed. And now we see second policeman killing in a target attack in Srinagar city. We have seen there have been multiple attacks, increase in attacks. There have been, huge offensive against militancy. Just yesterday, police recovered 15 pistols from Chanpura area, which clearly shows how they are actually dumping more arms, recruiting more local youth. Every day, police comes with the statement there they have busted militant module, solved cases, arrested hybrid militants, or almost every day there are operations, encounters, militants are getting killed. But these attacks don't stop. We see for last, 13 days, there are protests by Kashmiri Pandits after the one employee from the community. Rahul Bhatt was killed, and it is the 13th day of protests. And they don't feel safe in the valley. They say they should be shifted out from Kashmir Valley, and police and the army and the security forces and JNK's Lieutenant Governor is telling them, look, you stay back, there's safe environment, we are actually placing you in the safe places. Now when we see such attacks, brazen attacks in the broad daylight in Srinagar city, that is actually shaking the confidence of every, law-abiding citizen. That is the worry. When will these attacks, stop? The policeman is targeted outside his home. His 7-year-old, just 7-year-old, imagine what she might have done when she had seen the gunman coming, targeting her father. She might have tried to save her. And in the process, she also received a bullet in her hand. And she is shifted to hospital where 7-year-old girl is being treated because she perhaps wanted to save her father. And in the process, she was herself injured. So policemen have become always a target because police has been on the forefront in fight against militancy, and they bear the brand. It is the local policemen who sacrifice for the country, for the security of this place, and in Srinagar, it is the second policeman, as I said, after Ghulam Haq, we see Saifullah Qadri today being killed in target attack.
And Nazir, like you've been reporting, this is just the latest in the slew of targeted attacks that you've been reporting on. Police personnel, constantly being targeted, and this continues unabated.
Yeah, exactly. That is the problem here. When the government talks about they control militancy, they have upper hand, you see the statements every, but the attacks actually don't, killings don't stop militancy. Because militancy is not just killing militants. It is actually whether people are stakeholders in peace. And there is huge gap is actually widening between the state and the people, between the government and the people. There's no local connect. There are no local stakeholders. So it is kind of one side people, one side security force, and we see this vicious cycle of violence, this continue, and it is people like Saifullah Qadri, it is people like Rahul Bhatt, it is people like Riyaz, it's people like others who have been killed, like recently 19-year-old, few days or some days last week, a student was killed in Pulwama, in Shopia. So that is the worry, how these incidents, killings actually stop. And when 7-year-old daughter trying to save her father is not safe, she receives blood. That is really tragic and horrific.
Nazir, thanks very much for joining us with all those details. A terrorist attack being reported there in Sora area of Srinagar. A policeman has been gunned down by terrorists in front of his 7-year-old daughter, who has also sustained injuries in this attack.